In terms of the challenges / opportunities that exist both for Europe and for Canada is that we're both embarking on major investments in our defense capacities. We have some complementarities that will allow us both to move more rapidly because we have excess capacity in certain areas. For example, one of the things we need in Canada is just straight munitions. Okay, a very simple thing. Cooperation in aerospace, where there are complementarities both in European leadership, but also some Canadian leadership as well. Complementarities in areas related to, sorry to use the jargon, but the defense industrial pledge, so related defense spending that has dual use or other uses. And President von der Leyen mentioned AI and cyber. Those areas which will be incredibly important for defense.
One question for Mr. Carney. Do you feel more comfortable in Brussels than in Washington? Thank you.
So, you want to start?
No, please.
The security and defense partnership is very beneficial for both sides because it means joining forces, developing capabilities together. And it's the foundation for Canada. We will discuss basic principles, but to join the investments that we have for joint procurement to boost our military capabilities. So the access to the defense industrial base from our side in Canada, but from Canada's side also in the European Union. Or, for example, the security of supply, that in a moment of crisis we can rely on each other, that the supply will continue and will not be cut off.
In terms of relative comfort, well, it's very hot in Washington right now and very humid. I'm sure the dinner will be better, with all due respect to our American friends. It'll be better than it would be in Ottawa. The dinner will be better tonight. With respect to Ukraine, the European Union is preparing its 18th sanction package, a very significant package of sanctions. We've just released our latest sanctions, financial sanctions, against Russia, against the Shadow Fleet, against enablers of the Russian regime. We have just committed additional financing to the Ukrainian government and additional military assistance to Ukraine. As President von der Leyen mentioned, we will be participating in the foreign ministers here. We're participating in the reconstruction conference that Italy is leading on behalf of the European Union in a few weeks, because we know, and this is the other element of comfort, that we will stand up and defend these fundamental values: international law, territorial integrity, the rights of state, and democracy as represented in Ukraine. So yes, we take comfort from that alignment, and it is a very effective partnership as a consequence.
Today, it was said that the strikes on Iran did not violate any international law. Is that also your opinion?
Iran has pursued nuclear weapons. Well, Iran has expressed a desire to eliminate the state of Israel, where the state of Iran has been a sponsor of terrorism, Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, and beyond. And where at least in our opinion, Canada has listed the Iranian Revolutionary Guard as a terrorist organization, active terrorist organization. These are violations of international law. These are the ones we looked at. Thank you.
So, without going into details of the trade negotiations, in general, negotiations are only closed at the moment everything is negotiated. But I'm very clear on some topics that touch the sovereignty of the decision-making process in the European Union. This is for us absolutely untouchable. So we're very clear about that. Of course, we discuss tariff lines. We discuss non-tariff barriers like standards and norms, for example. We discuss strategic purchases. We discuss all these topics. But where it is the sovereign decision-making process in the European Union and its member states that is affected, this is too far.
We're working hard to get a deal, but we'll only accept the right deal with the United States. The right deal is possible, but it's nothing's assured. But what we're going to do, irrespective of the outcome, is we are going to build trading relationships with like-minded partners, reliable partners, partners that are aligned with our values. It begins here We're all going to NATO, but only some of us in NATO are talking about an allied industrial policy that will make us stronger. That's the future of trade, not a narrow discussion on tariffs.